Hello there, welcome to another episode of World of Tanks on Guinea Titan. We're on Windstorm. It's an artillery playback, just warning you in advance. But it's a bit different, or should we say unusual enough, that I think is worth looking at. Also, I think the M53, M55 is just worth looking at in action when it's fully kitted out and upgraded and all the rest of it. It is, I think, an unusually effective artillery. It's probably one of the most effective artilleries that I've played. In terms, it's got a reasonably decent rate of fire. It's hard hitting, it's accurate as artillery goes, and it's what you call it. It has a very big traverse on the turret. You fit well. First of all, I have food and I have premium fuel. Premium fuel increases the mobility, increases the speed of the turret, not the turret, but the whole traverse. And I have skill. I have clutch braking. I think I've off-road driving, and I have smooth ride. All of which are designed to minimise the bloom on rotating the tank, moving the tank on the gun. And I have a gun lane drive, rammer, and vents. Vents, and I have a reasonably skilled crew in it, so vents are probably worth it anyway, but vents generally I think are well worth it in artillery because the numbers are so big. The inaccuracy of the gun, the size of the bloom, the dispersion, various other values of the thing, the load times, all of these things are so big that the percentage benefit from vents is actually quite significant and makes a big difference to the tank. And food, again, for the same reasons, just to improve the performance of the tank, but it does make this a very formidable machine if you're running it with all of these things and you have any bit of a sort of level of skill in the crew. Like in contrast, for instance, I don't know if there's a hell of a lot of difference now. I think it's got a better throw weight of ammunition than the FE3805, which I think is the British Tier IX. Which so far is the only other Tier 9 artillery I have with it. But the British crew, I've only got like 2 skills on the British crew. So the British crew it performs significantly worse. So crew skills make a big difference. Big difference in artillery. So we're going here, we're not doing so well. But at the moment we're doing alright. But we're in a funny position in the town. The enemy are between us, should we say, and our base in the town position, and I've decided I'm not doing much of that corner. The guys have to come out too far at the corner there that I was pointing at originally, and then I might have a better chance here against the tank destroyer, but the tank destroyer has dropped out of vision. And in fairness to the Jagdpanzer E100 driver, he wasn't sitting still, he was constantly moving about, so I could chance a speculative shot, but I reckon he's going to turn up again, and I'd be better off shooting at him when I can see him. Plus I'm not quite loaded yet anyway, so I have to wait until I get some load, the gun loaded, and then I'm loaded now, but where is he? So we'll take a chance and we'll just point at it there that he was backing up, but it looks like he probably didn't back up that far. So we look around, see if we can get better targets and what else is available. We come back to the corner. These guys have actually decided to rush the corner. Took them long enough. There wasn't really the opposition there to stop them, but they've decided to rush the corner now. So I'm going to have maybe an opportunity to get a decent shot into somebody. Our guy hasn't survived the experience. And that Object 705 is on very low health, but I was just thinking we're down in numbers, so I thought, right, we'll take him out. Getting rid of guns out of the game, especially when they're down in numbers, is very valuable, and more valuable sometimes than getting rid of hit points. Just reduce the number of guns that are firing, because the cascade effect is quite strong in this game. If you can get a numerical advantage on the guns firing on the enemy, then that is a big advantage to gain. But on the other hand, I decided not to hang around in a forward location just behind that tank destroyer. It's too much of a risk that I'd be spotted, so I pulled back to a further back location. I'd gone into that forward position anyway because I thought I'd get a better angle at the corner where those 2 tanks were originally. But when I wasn't getting a decent angle there was no real reason to stay there. So this is the 113, and there's a tank destroyer around here with him, and we just timed the shot as he was coming around the corner, and we managed to take him out, but we're still down tanks. Now the enemy have managed to clear us out of the town, and I'm starting to get worried. But I said, okay, I have my I have a canary in the mine, so to speak. The other artillery is still on the other side of me, and he will be spotted or spot people coming out of the town before I do. And hopefully, if I notice, I'll be able to do something about it. But anyway, we've got this Jagdpanzer E100, and let's see if I can get a shot into him. We get a shot into him, but it's directly in front. Now he does 390 damage. Somebody just bounced around off his upper glacis there, I think. We're down 3 tanks now, but we're actually sort of critically short of numbers now. The AMX is coming in for see if he can do some damage behind, but I think he's got the wrong loadout, and he doesn't seem to be doing any damage to the Jagdpanzer. And the Jagdpanzer just decided to ignore him, so right, I'm going to go for him on the reload. Just as soon as he comes, hopefully he doesn't kill any of our tanks in the meanwhile, and we just drop one on him, and that's him out of the game. He didn't have a lot of hit points left by the time I did it, but again, it's another gun out of the game, and therefore I think well worth it. The ISM has backed into an RT shadow position, and I don't want to relocate at this stage because I don't know what's going on at the edge of the town, and if I come out of here, there's a good chance I'll be spotted. We're kind of heading into last stand territory here. We're still a tank down, although we've recovered one. And I spot this E100 in town, but he loses the spot, and then I'm going, well, what do I do now? There's a Woozy 132, and it's a light tank. I have almost no chance of hitting him. Took a speculative shot, but you know, what the hell, like, sometimes it works. M103, yes, but our light tank has bailed out because there's 2 tanks coming in them. I think it was the right decision to make, but it means that I have no spot on anybody except that E100 coming up here, so I'm going to take a shot at the E100 as soon as I get a load up. Assuming he keeps coming, and he is coming on quite confidently. Just lost the spot on him, but we set him on fire. That was pretty valuable, and I think really added to our chances, because he's probably on fairly low health right now. I'm just waiting for the gun to reload and somebody to reappear, and there's a T95, again a good target. There's the E100 as well. Decided to focus on the T95. Somebody got rid of the E100, and I decided to focus on the T95. The light tank is appearing, so I think my fellow artillery guys' days are numbered. Managed to get a solid hit on the T95 there, and we just wait for the reload now, see if we can get another hit on him. He's been tracked. Is he going to be still there when I get the gun reloaded? There's very few of us left at this point, and things are getting rather critical. Now we're only a tank down, but the advantage is really certain on the enemy's side at this point in time. Now I'm guessing that T95 is still there, but I fire and it turns out he's not. He has backed up to the back of the house, and he's completely an RT shadow from me, and I think that M103 as well is not in a great position for me to shoot at it, but the T95 is coming forward, so that's good. That is good, because if he comes forward, I can hit him. He's on the right side of the house. Don't know what he's shooting at. Don't know what's visible at this stage to him. But he's just stay still for a little bit. That's it. And we've taken his gun out of the game. So now we've pulled back the numbers, and the ISM has turned around this side of the map. Managed to evade contact, I think, with our the Object 430U. And will I get the shot off? He's chasing the light tank, which is kind of a futile exercise. He's not going to catch an AMX. And yeah, I think maybe. Yep, we got him. So now we've given ourselves an advantage in numbers. However, the other artillery has just been taken out, and he's taken out by a tank that he didn't spot. So very likely it was the enemy light tank, but it could have been the enemy medium tank. Oh, enemy heavy tank. Yeah, M103. Could he outspot the artillery? Might have. Probably likely have, actually. The M103 has a pretty decent view range, and at that stage is likely to have skills to enhance his view range. So now I'm in a kind of a dilemma, because there's somebody around that side, and sort of do I wait, and then a light tank turns up, he's proximity spotted, or he's spotted by someone, And he just drives across the front of me and ignores me completely. So now I'm thinking, okay, was he the only one there? And I thought, right, I better go and help the light tank if I can. If nothing else, just to be there and give him something to shoot at. But the light tank manages to deal with the enemy light. I came around the thing there and I spotted the M103. And he shot at me there as I was cresting one of the ridges. But we'll just keep going because that's all we can do. And just put some distance between us and him. And then when it's safe, we can turn the tank around and hope that the enemy artillery isn't zoned in on my location. However, the enemy artillery has troubles of his own, and I reloaded. But where is that M103? Now, he just left the cap circle just as I arrived. I can't see him, and I don't see any sign of stuff breaking or anything like that. And now he's gone into a position. I'm not going to be able to shoot him there. Not from here. The light tank's gone after him, and he's coming up the ridge line. We fire and just do minimal damage. That was rather disappointing, really. We back off so that he doesn't have a clear shot at us, because the temptation will be to take the shot if he can see us. And we'll have the light tankers on his own for a moment. I'm just giving him the indication of how much time it is before I reload. Now his gun's not pointing at me. And this is important because then I can take the risk of driving in without having to reload, close the distance down. Only do 161 points of damage, but his gun still isn't pointing at me. We keep driving, hope that he is not going to bring the gun around. I don't think he will be able to. But I think he was trying, so that they give the light tank the opportunity to come in and finish him off. So there, victory. It was quite tense towards the end there, I think, and we only got to 5 kills. A bit unlucky on the shotguns. Should have been able to do for that M103. Some of those were just unlucky there, I think. We did get a Gore's medal, high caliber, ace tanker. We did almost 5,000 damage and 5 kills. So as I said, it's pretty effective artillery when it gets going. And it is fairly flexible as well, like it's not bad at the shotgunning. Definite shout out there to the MX1390. I think he kept us in the game to a certain extent, and to the Object 430U. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like and a share. Feel free to comment. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel. I will catch you all again soon. Bye for now.